The War of 1812, the war that nobody except Canada really remembers. Hello everybody and welcome to History Abridged. It's history, just shorter. The War of 1812 is one that's kind of weird. It's shrouded in ambiguity and legend, and what people mostly know about it is just legend. Sorry Canadians, we didn't actually burn down the White House, that was the Brits, and it was the whole situation. It was also a perfect example of how not to fight a war from the Americans. It was messy. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about how the War of 1812 started. So, without further ado, England was fighting with France as usual, get a room guys. And America wanted to trade with Napoleon, and England wasn't exactly happy about that. So they started forcing neutral ships to pay a duty to England if they wanted to trade with France. If they didn't, they would be declared an enemy. The English started stopping American ships and impressing their sailors, mostly British born, into the British Navy. One specific instance was when the British stopped the American ship the Chesapeake. They refused to be boarded, so the British opened fire, killing 3 and wounding 18. The Chesapeake surrendered and the Brits conscripted several American sailors. America was not happy about that. Meanwhile, back home, the Americans had just bought a lot of land from the French, and they wanted to expand into the native territory in between. They bought much of the land, but one chief known as Tecumseh resisted. He wanted to unite all the native tribes, so he fought back with British aid. Republicans wanted war. They figured it'd be easy. Britain was in a state of chaos. Their king was insane, their prime minister dead, and France was controlling most of Europe, which I'm sure was really stressing them out. They figured it would just be a matter of marching. They'd walk into Canada and be greeted as liberators. Well, it turns out that Canada was actually pretty happy under British rule, and really didn't feel like being invaded at the time. And on top of that, the majority of Americans were actually against such a war. There were even riots in the street in protest. So what did the American government do? Well, they voted and went to war anyway. It was actually the first and closest war vote in US history. So yeah, that's how it started. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you liked that video, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to know when I put up new videos, hit that bell icon. If you have something to add to this video, please leave it in the comments. Also, if you have an idea for a future episode, please leave that in the comments as well. And as always, this is History Abridged.